Hello, welcome to Tea Time on Tuesdays at 2. I'm Joy, the owner of subrosatea.com, and welcome. Right now, I encourage you to steep yourself a cup of tea and join me for a quick look into the tea we love to help you live your best life one cup of tea at a time. Today's Tuesday, Tea Time at 2, we will be talking about green yerba mate. We're going to be talking about how green yerba mate is so good for your immune system. Today's tea time, we're also going to talk about how green yerba mate is technically an herbal tea that has caffeine. I will share with you my opinion on the right way to steep yerba mate, even though it's extremely controversial. And I'm also going to be sharing with you my quick tips on how you can make yourself a great cup of green yerba mate tea. Let's dive in. Like I said, green yerba mate is good for your immune system. It looks just like this. Have you seen it before? This is what yerba mate looks like. It is the color green, but it is not green tea. It's actually not the tea plant at all. It grows in the Amazon, and it's very commonly consumed in places like Paraguay and Brazil. There, they are known to have more mate cafes than we have coffee shops. Isn't that interesting? Every corner has a mate tea shop, and most Americans don't even know what it is. This tea is an herbal. Like I said, green yerba mate is not the tea plant. It's its own plant. It has no sugar, no carbs, and no calories. At Sub Rosa Tea, we call it simply mate. Green yerba mate, it's traditionally steeped hot in Brazil. Not only can you steep your tea hot, but I'm also going to show you multiple ways how you can steep it cold as well. Green yerba mate is known to be good for your immune system. It increases focus, concentration, and energy. At Sub Rosa Tea, we even have a caffeine-o-meter on every one of our packages. Coffee has approximately 100 milligrams of caffeine per cup, and mates have approximately 80 milligrams, making it more caffeinated than the typical tea plant, which helps increase your energy, focus, and concentration. Yerba mate has saponins and polyphenols. Those are very specific antioxidants that have beneficial effects on your cholesterol level. They also help in regulating blood sugar. It has phytochemicals that have positive effects on your bone health. Green yerba mate is known to contain 7 of 9 essential amino acids. It's been shown to reduce appetite and boost metabolism. Green yerba mate has been shown to reduce stored fat by burning those fat cells as energy. It has small amounts of vitamins C, E, B, and zinc. It has a hefty dose of those nutrients, all in this little cup of tea. How great is that? Personally, I feel like Americans like to fight about everything. We have our opinions about every topic known to man. Should pasta have red sauce or white? Should pizza have thick crust or thin? And is it really called pizza if it's got cauliflower in the crust? Now, martinis, that's the oldest question known to man. Should they be shaken or stirred? So, with green yerba mate, if you go to the Amazon, you may find that they traditionally put this amount is 2 ounces of tea into a bowl, a ceramic or wood bowl that looks similar to this. It's unglazed. The typical traditional way of steeping green yerba mate is to fill the bowl with this many tea leaves all the way up, and then they pour room temperature water over it and let it settle. All the dust comes to the top and all the tea leaves in the bottom. You will see traditionally they use a metal straw that has, it almost looks like a spoon at the bottom, and they put the metal straw all the way to the bottom and pour a little bit of hot water in and take a sip. That is traditional way people consume green yerba mate. Friends, it takes an hour to sip your tea. I personally think none of that is necessary. This is an herb. Friends, in my opinion, this is loose leaf tea. All this needs is a fabulous teapot. As most of you know, we at Sub Rosa Tea sell loose leaf tea. All of the tea accessories that we sell come with a fine mesh infuser. To me, friends, this looks perfect for your green yerba mate. This particular teapot makes 2 cups. On our packages of tea, it does say how much tea to use to make 8 ounces of tea. This particular teapot makes 16 ounces, so we'll need 2 servings of tea. A serving of green yerba mate at Sub Rosa Tea is 1.5 teaspoons. 1.5 teaspoons times 2 is 3 teaspoons or 1 tablespoon. I'm going to put a round tablespoon into my teapot. To steep it, I believe you need boiling water. It's an herb. In order to get all of the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, you need boiling water, and we recommend steeping it for 5 minutes. When the tea is done, when the steep time is done, you can remove the infuser basket and set it aside and enjoy your tea. You'll get none of the tea leaves in your cup. Again, this stackable teapot makes 2 servings, which is enough for you and your friend during tea time. Once again, green yerba mate has a fair amount of caffeine. It's a very stimulating energy. You should not get the shakes, and you should not get a drop-off like you do with artificial stimulants or coffee. This tea is very good for your immune system, but I feel like this tea is extremely versatile. In addition to green yerba mate that we sell unflavored, traditional, and by itself, we also have 3 flavors of mate. The first one is a warrior chai mate. Friends, you will feel like a warrior and your immune system will appreciate you. This tea does taste like chai. It has all of the chai spices that you are expecting. However, this tea has the chai spices blended with tropical fruit. It is a fabulous cup of tea. My favorite way to steep warrior chai mate is as a latte. I'm using one of our brew bags. This brew bag is made out of cheesecloth, and you'll see it has a drawstring. Again, this mug makes approximately 16 ounces. So I will be using a full tablespoon of tea. I also like my mates pretty strong. I might even be tempted to use 2 tablespoons of tea. So drawstring. To make a chai latte with the Warrior Chai Mate, you will only pour in 1/3 cup boiling water. You will let this tea steep for 5 minutes. I have also brought heavy whipping cream up to a warm temperature. When this is done steeping, I'm going to pour this heavy whipping cream or milk into my chai to make it a latte. This is by far one of my favorite ways to steep up Warrior Chai Mate. But don't worry, I've got another method for you. Next up, our Pistachio Lime Mate. This is nice and nutty with beautiful citrus notes. My favorite way to steep the pistachio lime is, you've got it friends, in my white tea. My white wine glass with white wine. I'm going to use my brew basket. My brew basket is big enough to fit into my white wine glass. Again, this makes more than 8 ounces. I would say it makes about 12 ounces. A nice heavy pour. I've got my pistachio lime here, and my friends, I am going to use a white Chardonnay. And I'm going to pour this right over the tea leaves, and this is going to cold steep in approximately 15 minutes. I don't know about you, but this sounds like the perfect tea time, doesn't it? But wait, we've got one more. Next up, friends, can you spell Quaran-tini? At Sub Rosa Tea, we also sell Papaya Mango Mate. Papaya Mango Mate is nice and fruity with just a few floral notes. In this particular application, in my Martini glass, I will be using a filter paper. A filter paper is like making your own tea bag. It has a pouch. I will be once again putting about 2 teaspoons of tea, and I will be cold steeping the Papaya Mango Mate in my Martini glass with vodka. Friends, Smirnoff is not a paid sponsor of this Quaran-tini, but I'm still excited nonetheless. So once again, you're going to pour your cold liquid, and sure, you could use cold water. I won't tell anyone if you just want to have a fancy iced tea for your tea time. But I'm not driving anywhere. You will be able to enjoy your Quaran-tini with our mate and gin or vodka in approximately 15 minutes. The absolute perfect way to enjoy a cocktail. No matter what you do, friends, with the rest of your day, have yourself a cup of tea and take care of you. Bye-bye, friends.